supporting it. 2 weeks from now, we got to band together. We got to go beyond electoral politics. We got to organize within our communities, hold our elected officials accountable, advocate for policy within our communities, tell them we need this housing, we need this education, we need clean water and air, regardless of how many people of a minority live in our neighborhoods. These are all things that we should be fighting for as people. Yes. And I just want to close out with one of my favorite chants. I love this, so everyone repeat this after me. We have a duty to fight for our freedom. We have a duty to win. We must love one another and protect one another. We have nothing to lose but our chains. I couldn't hear y'all that first time. Come on, y'all. Come on, that's black people. Let's go. Come on. We have a duty to fight for our freedom. We have a duty to win. We must love one another and protect one another. We have nothing to lose but our chains. We have nothing to lose but our chains. We have nothing to lose but our chains. Today is Freedom Day, but we still ain't free yet.
So, who's ready for Michaela Wilkes to be in Congress? I think so. I think we are ready for 2022. All right, like I said, healthcare, it's a racial justice issue. And we need to be marching on these streets for healthcare until we get it. Okay? Because we need universal healthcare in America. It is about time that we join the rest of the world and guarantee all of our people health care. Health care! That's how we live! Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome up to the stage here. We call him Dr. America. Sanji Shiram. I hope I said it right.
I want to thank the organizers of this celebration for inviting me to speak. I'm truly honored. My name is Sanjeev Sriram, and I was born in a community hospital in the mountains of Bath County, Virginia, not far from the West Virginia border. The main reason that hospital took care of my mother and me was because earlier generations, Black and Latinx and indigenous peoples, stood up and demanded equality, dignity, humanity, the values we celebrate on Juneteenth. My life and the lives of so many Indian Americans and South Asian Americans are possible because of the sacrifices made by countless Black people for generations. I have dedicated my career to carrying that mantle of courage and paying it forward. The fabrics of our destinies are interwoven. Together, we will be the last generation to fight for healthcare as a human right. Healthcare will be a human right regardless of what you look like, regardless of what you earn, regardless of whether you live in a blue state or a red state. We will be the last generation to fight for healthcare as a human right. Before coronavirus, 59% of America's uninsured were people of color. Now, that's not breaking news to many of you, but when I try to tell that to other doctors, to other politicians, they're surprised, they're shocked. I had one of them ask me, well, what can we do to get these people into the healthcare system? Can we get them jobs? How do we make them feel responsibility of getting insured? Don't they know about Medicaid? Why can't they just get on that? Now, you know how these moments are. I'm trying not to catch a case, but I'll tell you what I told them. People are not failing America's healthcare system. America's healthcare system is failing people. America's healthcare system fails at racial equality because our system profits from racism. The American healthcare system profits from the racism of capitalism. The American healthcare system profits from the racism of income inequality. The American healthcare system profits from the racism of poverty. Now, I know a lot of sphincters tighten up. You know, when I I start saying things like that, but let's be real. At the center of our healthcare system is profits, not people. Hospitals and clinics don't struggle to stay open in wealthy white communities, but they're always struggling to keep the lights on in neighborhoods that are mostly black or Latinx. Right here in D.C., pregnant women in mostly black Southeast D.C. suffer some of the worst outcomes in the country, while white women in Georgetown enjoy some of the best outcomes. That's in one city. Next door in Maryland, there are over 300,000 people without health insurance. 73% of them are people of color. In Minnesota, where our brother George was taken from us, people of color make up only 21% of the population. They make up 44% of the uninsured. America's healthcare system is failing at racial equity. And that's because our healthcare system was not built for us. There are 40 healthcare corporations in the Fortune 500 that made over $2 trillion in 2019. That, my friends, is looting. America's healthcare system is failing at racial equality because it is too busy succeeding at profits, not people. CVS is the top healthcare company on that list, raking in over $250 million in 2019 alone. That company just made $250 billion in 1 year. 1 year. While millions of people of color suffer and die because they can't afford prescriptions. But politicians and cable news have the audacity to shame entire communities when one CVS pharmacy burns down. Who are the real looters? America has the audacity to loot black and brown people of their labor, to vandalize black and brown lives, then create all these obstacle courses telling them they're ineligible for health care. Less than 1 in 5 black workers, less than 1 in 6 Latinx workers can work from home. The overwhelming majority of black and brown work in this country is essential work, carrying us through this pandemic and all the damn time. All the damn time. Our brethren stock the shelves at grocery stores and pharmacies while hoping they don't get kicked off of food stamps and Medicaid. Our brethren work in sanitation, keep all of us healthy as they clean hospitals, streets, parks. All that work puts them at risk for the coronavirus. Our brothers and sisters in transportation, driving buses, delivery trucks, operating subways are part of our public health. All of this work is labeled essential. But too often workers are treated like they're expendable. Enough is enough. Now is the time to build Medicare for all. Healthcare should not depend on what you earn, what you do for a living, where you live, what you look like. But those are exactly the obstacles we are facing now. Politicians like to talk about healthcare as a human right. It's about damn time we had it in reality. And this is always when the skeptics and the so-called experts tell us that Medicare for all is unrealistic. But you know what? It should be unrealistic for black mothers to die at 3 times the rate of white mothers. It should be unrealistic for black babies to be twice as likely to die as white babies. It should be unrealistic for Latinx children to be twice as likely as white children to be uninsured. It should be unrealistic for insurance company executives and big pharma corporation CEOs to take home billions of dollars in pay, while 40% of Americans don't even have $400 for an emergency. There was nothing realistic about my brown ass being born in a hospital in Appalachia. There was nothing realistic about that. But I'm here, damn it, because my black and brown brothers and sisters rebuilt what's realistic. And we are going to do it again. Now is the time to raise the conscience of this nation, especially as people of color become the majority of this nation. We cannot and must not leave healthcare as a privilege that depends on where you live, what you earn, or what you look like. Together, we will be the last generation to fight for healthcare as a human right. Together, we will bend our moral arc toward the justice, and we will pass Medicare for all. We will build healthcare on the Juneteenth values of equality, dignity, and humanity. I am honored to take this work on with you. I love you. Thank you.
Give it up one time for the doctor. Healthcare matters just like our lives. Healthcare matters just like our lives. Now, ignorance is bliss, because being ignorant is not cute. So, getting names right are important. So, we're gonna, your name is? Kavo, from Cameroon.
Hello guys, my name is Kavo. I love this country. I have a story. I come in this country in 2010. I traveled in the world. I've been almost to 25 countries in the world. I've been almost on 25 countries in the world. And when I come in this country, I was not speaking English. I will just speak French. And I see the reality, how they kill people like chicken, how they are in Cameroon, in Africa, everywhere in China. And when I come in this country, people ask me, which country you love more? I say, I love America. Because I've been there to many countries and I see with my face. I have a chance to be a professional soccer player to my life. I've been in Japan, Hong Kong, China, Dubai, South Africa, and many countries when I was playing soccer. And today, I just want to say something. Many people in the world know America is the best country in the world. Right now, in 2020, people think America is not the best country anymore. What happened 1 week ago or 2 weeks ago. What we need is to start in home. Everybody accuse the system, and I agree. Everybody accuse black. Everybody accuse the police. To me, we can start the change from now. And now we need to start the change. For black, the change needs to start in home.
Yep.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
And we need to teach to our generation, kids, how we can be happy to live in this country first. We don't need to scare about the police in this country.
That's right.
And I want every black in this country to know the 6th Amendment to the United States. Because the 6th Amendment to the United States say you can have a ticket, you can call the witness, you can be faced to the judge, and you can defend yourself if he's not happy for anything.
Yep.
Short story. I was driving to Delaware in 2017. I stopped by the police, and what happened? The police officer said, you was driving to 19. I said, I'm sorry. He said, why you say sorry? You were driving faster. Are you crazy? I said, I'm sorry, sir. He said, no, you don't need to say sorry. I'm telling you, you were trying to kill people. I said, you're right. He was pushing me. Pushing me. We need to be smart. Please. We don't need to fight with the police. This is my advice. And for the system about the police, I'm going to say they need to think, to love their own self, because if it's someone run, why are you going to shoot someone because he's running? You have a tag number, you have all the information.
That's what I'm saying.
The problem is, think about your life. You fight for the government because you are police. Okay, when you shoot someone, you go stay in jail for all your life. Then for me, we need to change to another side, to each side anyway. And I'm very happy to be here today. My last message, I want everyone to do like me, please. To come down.
Take a knee.
And just say, we love this country. We just want one thing. I'm going to say, I can breathe, and I want everyone to say like me. I can breathe! I can breathe! I can breathe!
We can't breathe.
We can't breathe.
We can breathe!
Thank you guys for still being here. I'm going to introduce the next speaker. His name is Ashley, and here he is.
Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing today? My name is Ashley Smith. I'm president of the Capital Party Alliance here in D.C. We are here united together, and the attacks and the things that are taking place against those of us who are black and brown, it's deathly. But we cannot forget our trans sisters who are dying every single day and getting killed every single day. We have to go out and make sure that we do the parts that we can to protect them, to protect us, and to protect everyone that's in this country who wants to have a better country than we've ever had before. And no matter what, we know tomorrow's never promised. But I know for the youth that are coming up, we need to make this place a better place for them to be able to live. We need to make sure that they can have pride in who they are. And pride is not about being LGBTQ++++. Pride is about being prideful about yourself. Being happy in your skin. And understand, I may be black, I may be gay, but I'm still a citizen here in America. And I have the right to do what I need to do each and every single day, just like all of you all do. And it doesn't matter where you may come from. My brother here from Cameroon, thank you for your words. And all the other brothers and sisters who have been speaking. It doesn't matter where you come from. We come to this country, and many of us are born in this country, such as myself, who have had the experiences, negative experiences, with our police departments around this country. And we know that that is something that's taking place. But the key piece for us is to make sure we do what is best in our separate communities, here in D.C., Virginia, Maryland, wherever you may live in the world, to make sure that we hold this system accountable for what is supposed to be happening. And to make sure that we do not get shot or killed just because of the color of our skin. Just because we may be gay. Just because I'm a trans woman. It doesn't matter. We need to survive just like everybody else. So on behalf of the Capital Pride, I thank you all for coming out here and being a part of this. Let's not forget the history of what Juneteenth is about. Let's not forget that history. It's very, very important. And I wonder, in this audience, how many of you all knew what Juneteenth was about before 2 weeks ago? And I looked around, and there's not enough the hands that went up. We need to make sure that we're educating our brothers and sisters, no matter what race they are, of what our history is about. Because we damn sure know it is not happening in the school system. So we got to take it, and we need to do it. Let's continue. I can't breathe either, and I'm no longer going to stand up and let other people kill us. So I hope you stand with us and continue this fight on. Love you all.
When I say freedom, you say march. Freedom! Freedom! Give a warm round of applause to Ms. Keisha, representing a new party for black people in America.
Thank you. I hope I can have just 3 minutes of your time. My name is Keisha Seabrook. I'm a founder and organizer of the Black People United Political Party. I wrote something. It took me 2 minutes to share with you. I keep hearing your cries for change. I hear cries for justice, but they've fallen on deaf ears. My beautiful bronze, gold, tan, and brown gods and goddesses, I've heard your cries and I feel your pain. It's time for change, but what does that change look like? Our ancestors fought for freedom. It looked like our grandparents fought for civil rights, but what does our freedoms look like? What are we fighting for right now? Our change looks like a change in our politics, a restructuring of a very broken, tarnished, and corrupted system stained with the blood of our ancestors. This great nation we have been forced to make our home has raped, slaughtered, and enslaved our ancestors for over 450 years. We have endured this same not the same slavery, but we have endured economical and educational suppression. We've had a handful of exceptionally talented athletes, actresses, and musicians and entrepreneurs. They've crossed the financial finish line, but that's the 1%. We are the 99%, and we have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Our justice has been delayed for too long. They've taken our meekness for weakness, and they think that sentencing and putting uniformed police behind jail is enough. It's not enough. They think giving us an African-American president and a few politicians enough. We are saying no. Our rights, our freedoms, and justice have been denied for too long. We cannot expect a politician forced to choose between the lesser of two evils, whose hands are tied and bound by their codes, to really represent us. We, the African American, the Latin American, and simply tied American, cannot truly be represented until we have a political voice. A political party built by us. There's a lot here to read, but please go to blackpeopleunitedpoliticalparty.org, bpupp.org, sign the petition, help me get this movement started, because time for change. The revolution isn't starting, the revolution is now.
Thank you. I can't believe that literally 2 weeks ago, me, Morgan, and Malik were sitting in the living room and we were like, you think we can actually get people Let's do this.
Remember, guys, we are here for
I love all of you. Let's do this.
Remember, guys, we are here for a protest. This is not a barbecue or a cookout or an invitation for play. So I want you to take this time to get food and be hydrated. But then I want you to find 10 people. Find 10 people, because we're trying to do community organizing today. We're doing a moment. We're here to capture and learn something from one another. We're not walking away from here ignorant. So if you want to, you can get some food and water. But if you can, find 10 people right now. I need circles. Let's find 10 people. Find 10 people and talk to each other about, why'd you come here today? And we'll receive from them. Why'd you come here today?
Thank you all for coming out. Happy Juneteenth. We're going to see you all next year on the mall. This is the first annual Freedom Day March, the first of many.
Circuit for the Reuters live service.
Alrighty, guys, so there's voter registration to the right, food and water to the right, meals to the right.